Okay, I'm gonna try and move this. Okay, let's just see. Okay, I'm hoping this is gonna work better. It's not giving me that thing up there. So if you are here and you can see us and hear us, let me know. If you're watching it on replay, let me know, #replay. And always, if these projects are fun or you think somebody else will like them, share them. Please share them. Because, okay, Matt, I think it's okay. Okay, I think it's working. Okay, so these are the wood car ramps. I'm nervous about this falling down. That I got yesterday in the live. If you guys watched me, I went to Restore. I went live with you guys inside Restore. And later on when I got home, I shared the one that we've already made out of wood car ramps. And so that's in my stories. So people have asked for it. It is in my stories. So I picked these up so I could, you guys were saying, the people that were live with me, get them, show us how you do this. So these are literally just wood car ramps. They're not made out of anything fancy. They're like, is this plywood? What is this called?
There is some plywood. Yes.
Some plywood. I mean, so it's
2x4s.
2x4s. Oh yeah, show them the inside. These, I don't know if our other ones had this. I could open our other ones, but these have these things in them. I'm sure the other ones do. This is how it holds up a car. Yeah. So this is perfect for birds nesting in it already. So if yours, I mean, I would think if you had wood car ramps, yours would have those in there. But that's how they can get in and nest. So we're just gonna, it's been a long time since we made our other ones. So we're just kind of winging this here live with you guys. Let me know if you can, okay. So what are you doing? You ready? Okay. So he asked me which side do I want in the front. So the worst side I always say in the back. So this is kind of the worst of the sides. I will, when we're done here, I will paint this all. I'm gonna paint it white again and distress it, but I won't do that here live. So once we get it, I get it all done, I'll show you guys. I'll post a picture or something. But, okay, just making sure.
Do we sand it first, or do we?
What do you want to do?
This is the back.
This is the back, and so, yeah, let's just get the sander out so then we've got everything set up. So for something like this, that's just an old piece of wood, the wood's not really fancy or anything, I would recommend using just like an orbital sander. I think we have an 80 grit on this. So we're just gonna kind of scuff sand this to get it smooth, just so, I mean, this will just sit outside. So it's not like it's super fancy or finishing work. So yeah, go ahead. So just like an orbital sander, just to make it like, so there's no splinters or anything on it when you're working on it or like picking it up and shifting it. And he's really particular about this, so this is just the back. It's like, Matt, you don't have to make it super, you know, but, and I love this because when you put them together like this, I said it yesterday, it's like a steeple church almost. And now the one that's in our backyard that we made before is, it's like all wet. I painted it white and I distressed it back then. But now it's like even got more weathered. And my dad, that was way back in the day when Matt didn't even know how to hold a hammer. So my dad helped us out with that. And when I found the first pair that we had at a yard sale, my dad was actually with us. And they were together like I shared in my live yesterday, how I put these together. And I saw them and I'm like, oh my gosh, that kind of looks like a wood church or a wood. And then I'm like, Dad, can we do something with this? Can we make this into something? And so then he was helping me walk through it. And so we came up with this birdhouse idea, and it's super cool. And then it just sits in your backyard. So yeah, so just use like an 80 grit, something, because you can be rough with this. Oh, I hate it when it does that. It's like blows you out or something, like the sunlight or something. So so something like an 80 grit, just you can be rough with it. So since it is a birdhouse, you want it to open and shut, so then you can clean it out if you want to, or and can I lift one of these? Sorry. whenever we find these at yard sales, estate sales, look in the garages at estate sales or the basements. That's our favorite places. Even Restore, if Matt's there, he will sometimes, he's got, hinges are a thing, so he's got certain ones he likes, but these are all rusted perfectly. And so on the other one that we did before, we put the hinges inside, but we're gonna leave these, again, this is the back, so you wouldn't see this necessarily, but I wanted the rusty old hinges to be on there. Super simple. What are you doing?
Screwing the hinges in.
That's it. That's it. Do you have? You can use outdoor screws so then they don't rust. But if they rusted, it'd look even better. Boxes of screws and nails. Matt picks them up all the time. Oh, that didn't sound good. It was fine. At like at estate sales and things where, you know, the guy may have worked, you know, had a workshop or something, but Restore is another good place to find just boxes of screws and stuff. You always need that stuff on hand. So is there a reason that you spread it, put them in? No, there's no reason.
It's in the back, so I didn't.
Yeah. These must have come off what, like a gate or something? They're kind of bigger.
I know.
No, I'm just saying they're
smaller ones.
No. And if you have questions for Matt, ask Matt some questions. We'll get him talking here. Yeah. Fantasy football is in full swing, so we're doing a lot of research for that. He'd love to talk about fantasy football if anybody has any questions.
Big 12 alignment.
Big 12 alignment.
2 teams left.
2 teams left, Big 12. So we are, I mean, it's stressful times. I could be handing you those.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Just throw them here. Just throw them there and then he can get them. The yellow's not a bad color. It's actually, but it's so far gone that I really like the, I should get a hammer for that. Should I?
Yeah.
There's a little nail sticking out. Just so nobody cuts their hands on that. Okay, easy peasy, right guys, so far? Some sanding. Well, we need to do some more sanding, but
Yeah.
we'll do.
I just want to do the back to make it smooth, and then we'll sand it when it's all done. I'll sand it.
So it's smooth, so then he could work on it. It's smooth before he put the hinges on it. So can you scooch that back then? Just so they can see the back. Oh, sorry. Okay. I guess we'll see the front. So do you see what I mean? Like already, I love this thing. So, and then you can open them like that. Super simple, right? And so we will sand like all of this before I paint it. But we're just trying to kind of show you the process, and we're kind of doing it not in the exact order that we would, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing now?
I'm putting the holes in between the slots so different birds can stay. So there's like 3 different
3 different what?
holes.
Holes.
Entries.
So he's
there's
making
one
sure
nest.
that they're, you know, there's a hole for up here where the shelf is, and then, you know, a hole in between here.
I'm just doing the bottom ones to know where the boards are.
Just know where the boards are, and then we just sporadically, we didn't measure them, I don't think last time, did we?
I'm sure we kind of did. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure we did. I mean, I'm sure we got it perfectly level, and not if my dad was doing it. No, he didn't. But Matt, yeah. And yes, the birds, somebody asked, the birds do use this thing. They use this thing, and it's just set on the ground. So, okay. Well, you tell them kind of how you're doing this.
Well, we know where the slats are.
The shelves are on the
Shelves,
inside, yep.
Yeah.
I'm calling them
I'm
shelves.
gonna try to even them out.
Kind of in between where the shelves are.
Yeah. So if that's
Want me to
20,
hold something?
in the middle would be 10.
Do you want me to hold something?
Yeah, just mark it like.
I got this.
You got this?
You do what you. now he knows where the hole should go, but then, how are we gonna make an X so you know it's the hole and not the shelf? And so then what? You're
now
just...
it's kind of like what you want to design it. Do you want one, we'll put one in the middle, and then do you want one, like, so it's goes out?
Yeah, so if we're gonna
Or do you
do one,
want
you're gonna
even
do one in the
straight down?
middle?
That's what our other one was.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that hard to drill? We'll see. We'll see. So I would do one here, and then I would do one here, here, and then here and here.
So do you want it going out? Or
No.
Do you want it to go straight down?
Yes. Like, well, I just want it in the middle, right here, and in the middle, right here. See, these are the things that I get to do, and then, yeah, so just in the middle of these areas. So this is the kind of stuff where I'm like, this is where my patience taps out, and I'm just kind of like, that's where I want it. So, so can you measure it so it's perfect? Your shirt's up. It's hot. It's getting hot now. The sun's out, and so we're kind of. You want me to put something underneath this? Okay.
It'll hold. I'm just doing.
He uses these clamps all the time. So if you don't have these clamps, and these are like the extra long ones, right?
No.
Oh.
No, I have a.
Oh, we have one longer, but
Yeah.
these long ones come in handy.
We're going here, right?
Can you tell them how you're gonna measure or what you're gonna do? Walk. Talk as you walk. Talk as you do it.
Yeah. So I'll measure from the bottom, how far up we're going, right? To create a straight line going across.
And remember, this is all going to be painted over, so another thing my dad, I've talked so many times, like Matt didn't know how to use tools and all that, and one thing my dad used to drive my dad nuts is his pencil marks used to be so tiny. Didn't he? He still sucks.
They did.
Because he didn't want to make it look like my dad would make bigger marks, and then hopefully somebody would clean it up or paint over it, but Matt was like, just do little marks so we don't have all that extra work, or so it doesn't look horrible. And so, but here he knows it's going to be painted over, so he's making huge marks. But so now you're just making a straight line for where we're going to put the holes.
The two holes to be even, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you want the holes even between there?
Well, yeah, like right in the middle. So what's that mean? But isn't the middle down here? So don't you measure from here?
Here's the middle.
Oh, you're doing down here. Sorry. I was thinking. So now he's just fine. You clamped it so well.
I did.
Now he's just finding the middle.
From here to here, the middle was 8 inches, so after that is 4, so I'll just go even it up on both sides. And I'm putting the X right on the line.
He's putting the X right on that line in the center. Could you guys see this, or do you want to be moved forward a little bit more? There we go. Is that better? Here. I'll move this. There we go. And that's kind of, there's no other way to do it. We need the garage door open so we don't hook in here, right? So anyway, can you guys see this? So he made an X here in the center of this straight line he made, an X over here in the center, and then same up here. Now he's what, rechecking his work because it could be a ½ an inch off.
It was.
Really?
Yeah, I did the wrong pencil mark.
Ooh, see? So what do they always say? Measure twice, or yeah, like measure 3 times, cut once, or whatever. I don't know, whatever that is, but okay, so then that's right in the center. So now, okay.
Do we want holes in both sides?
Now, how do you know where you're gonna go right here? Is that right there, that
There's
dot?
an X. There's an X. 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 X.
Oh. I was thinking this was the line. Okay. Has everybody, can you guys understand that? Do you have any questions? Let me know. Okay, now show them what you have. Just show them the tool. Okay, what is that?
I don't know the names of them.
Drill bit?
Well, it is a drill, but I don't know
Okay.
the proper name of it.
It's a drill bit. That's what we call it. And what size is it?
It's an inch.
A 1-inch drill bit. So, can you, yep. Okay, they can see you. And these holes, so they're big enough. This is what, isn't this, when you ever do a birdhouse, is this the size you always use? Yeah.
I went to smaller versus bigger birds.
Yeah, so the smaller birds, definitely, they use that and they'll go in here. The shelf, or is that just how thick?
That's how thick.
Okay, so this is not just thin plywood. Just kidding. Like this is some, like down here, it's not so great. This is super thick. This is how I measure, Matt. How thick is that?
Inch and a quarter.
Oh, that's it? Yeah, so this is really thick. That's nice. That's good. So make sure that tell them what you just did.
I switched to a different.
Yeah, so show them what that is. See,
it's a hammer drill.
So you've actually got this handle, so
it's got more power. There's
more power, and he just switched his battery, and it helps you keep it straight. So the biggest thing is you want it to be straight. Are we switching sides? Okay. And he didn't hang on to that handle at all.
Didn't.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Holy cow, this was really thick.
I thought it'd go too fast.
Yeah. To get stuck?
Yeah, I'll center it a little bit.
Got it? Clamp it? Should we clamp that up there? Or no? Is it going to be okay?
It's fine.
Okay. Smells like sawdust. That's one of my favorite smells. What was I gonna say? So he didn't hang on to that handle. I think he was just at a wrong. Oh, that's a good idea. Wrong angle for it. Okay, and the other one that my dad did, he cut like, if you guys check my stories from yesterday, he cut, what are they? I don't know, half. Anyway, rounded shapes up at the top. But for time's sake here, and we're just gonna do them in little squares. Did you put that? Okay. Are you gonna cut a bunch of these?
I can. We want to see the size.
We need
Here's a 2-inch one.
Okay. So maybe you can stand it up, so then I can see it better. Just a piece of random wood that we have in the garage.
Is it the size you want?
Can you stand it up so I can see it the way it looks? I know it's kind of a shame, but. And then they can see too. Yeah, that's good. They can see it. Okay. Put that on there. Where's that?
Is that the size you want?
Yeah, I think that.
Bigger,
No.
smaller, shorter?
No, that's fine for up there. Yeah, that's fine. See, that looks good. Yep, that looks good. And you just need a little perch, so use whatever. Did you put those knobs away?
No.
Let me check those out. Okay. Always pick up wood knobs. So, I mean, you could use knobs underneath here. I just like the simple, he's looking at me like, do you like that? I just like the simple, the wood that we used on the other one. So I just kind of wanted to recreate that. It's going to be a different shape, but, oh, he's looking for, so anyway, wood knobs, you can use them for so many things. They can be the bottoms, feet for little pedestals and little, you could use, these are old doorknobs that we always pick up whenever we see them. See, that's just too big. I think the little, was I right?
Sure, I can get smaller ones too.
No, do you think that he doesn't agree. Do you think that the wood squares will look good, Matt?
You want a smaller wood?
Yeah, no, see, I just like the wood, the square piece. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So now he's just gonna use, what saw is that?
Miter saw.
Do you guys wanna see he's just gonna cut that board that I showed to you guys down. We need 6 for 5 by 5, not 6.
I need the cord.
Okay, let me see if we have any questions or fantasy football people wanting to know what they should pick and what they should do. It's hard to see. Okay. I can see people here. You have rusty hinges. They are the best. And like Matt, you got him. Like Matt, he just uses that one, and then just uses that as a template to cut the other ones. Fantasy crafts. Yes, it would be a really cute dollhouse. Somebody said this would be a cute dollhouse. Yeah, this would be cool. Somebody just said it's useful for the birds, not just decor. It would be, yes, okay, so it would be cool if you had the space, cleaned it up really well and just had it, a lot of people put birdhouses and things in their homes. You could definitely do that too. We don't have the space for it, and I like them out in the yard. So he was marking where I called them shelves, but underneath the wood ramps, they have obviously supports. And so, yep, he was marking off where those supports were. So then when we did the holes, we weren't, drilling through those supports. Yes, that chair, Chocolat, that is a chair in front of the car. That thing right there is unbelievable. If you want to link, I got that for Matt for Christmas, and the tray underneath it spins, so you can put like tools or, screws or whatever you're working with underneath it, and it spins. The wheels, obviously, you can lift the chair up and down. It's kind of like a padded pleather seat. I don't know. It's just really nice. So yeah, I can definitely share that with you. It was sold out for the longest time, but I think it's back in. Yes, we do not put any bird seed inside. Nope. Every birdhouse we have put in our backyard. Matt has made a ton. I've found some, like at yard sales and things, and then he'll put them on different things. The birds will just come to it, and they will make their own nests inside, and they will just use it. So nope, we will just set it there. Once I get it painted and all that, we will just set it in there. Yep, they just do what they want with it.
Getting rid of the little hangers.
Do the square, yeah, I'm doing. Oh yeah, so he's just, so the birds don't get splinters, he's just right now, you want to show him what you're doing? Show him the tool you're using?
Just this little handheld sander. Can you see that? Sometimes when you cut on like cheaper woods, it gets like a little splinter, so I'm just kind of cutting those out now instead of doing it later.
So he's just running them over sandpaper. He said cheaper wood, so like the boards that aren't that great, perfect for these kinds of projects. Yep, we're doing the wood.
Ready?
People are, you guys, I want to know if you're seeing this, do you guys have these wood car ramps? We found that one pair, and we haven't found any since. I see a couple more comments or questions, but that's okay. We'll show them what I'm going to switch with you again. I think when you show them, here, let me move, what you're doing, and then how you're going to put these on. Mm-hmm. Talk about the tool you're going to use, and what else you look. Oh, is it just a drill?
No, I'm going to use a
okay.
nail gun.
So what are you doing? What are you doing there? What are you doing there?
So I'm just creating another line, be able to line these up below it. And that's probably that's probably too far down, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so for a bird. Not to be picky, but let's do it this way.
What?
Nothing. Nothing, don't worry about it. Yeah, like right there I think would be good. It's hard for me.
Oop. Just gotcha.
It's hard for...
Got a small ruler. What's that?
No, not like that. It'll go like this, right?
Well, it'd be level.
Okay, can you hold that up? Do you think it needs to be higher? Do you mind holding it up? So I can't tell when it's laying like this. So always look at it the way it's going to be, whatever you're making. Okay, so here was his initial one.
Higher?
A little bit. Just a little bit, then I think it'll be okay. And we'll take something inside here and clean out the rest of the sawdust and all of that.
Is that too much?
Well, let's hold it up. It's nice to have a patient. Yeah, I think that's where you want it. Yeah. That makes it harder, doesn't it? No? So anyway, I was gonna see what other questions. Somebody just found that they have 2 old wood. Oh my gosh. She wants to sit on this. You could sit on this and roll down the hill. One of those, what are those cars that you used to, I would love to know. If you do make one of these, please share it, tag me. I would love to see it. If you can find wood car ramps, I would love to know that too. Okay, I think I got through all the questions. So what I will do is I will just use just regular white paint, whatever I have down there, and then how we seal it for outside is Thompson water seal. We put that on anything we make or create or for the yard. Thompson water seal is really good. We will put a couple of coats on that on there. So now he is getting his, what are those, what's that called?
My nail gun?
A nail gun. So is this a easy project, hard project? Tell me what you guys think. Is this something you would try? There's a fly that does not want to leave me alone. Oh, is that going to make a big noise?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I
You want to show them what you're using so then they can see the tool? So that's just, it's hooked up to a...
Here, it's an air gun.
It's an air gun.
Air compressor.
So
it is a brad nailer.
A brad nailer. So is that where the nails come out as staples?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. No.
I have 1 1/4 staples in here right now.
You call them staples. Are they
Oh,
nails?
they're not nails. Sorry.
See, this is like, I
Yes.
think other workers call it staples, but to me then I think it should look like a staple.
It's not a staple.
It is a nail. Okay.
It is a nail.
1 1/4 is what he's, we just had, like I said, a thin. Did you not even get the level out?
I made a straight mark. I don't
just
have to.
kidding.
Yeah.
I give him a hard time because he always has a level with everything he does. It's. And just 2, yep. And you don't need, like, your perch does not have to be super thick at all. They don't need a ton. It might even be too humid to do paint right now. You know, I might have to do it really early in the morning. That's so funny. Chocolate just said, are you going to put this in your backyard or are you going to pick a lucky winner, hint, hint, me, to send it to? This thing is massive. How tall would you think? This would be, it would be a lot to send it to. But yes, it is connected to an air compressor. See, that's why I want him to explain the tools and what they are and how. how they work.
I do have a battery powered one. I didn't need to do that.
Oh, he does have a battery powered one too, but he got that one. The hardest thing is getting the wood out of your stash. Yeah, Matt kind of has it in a place where, hey, you want to tell him tell him what you just did?
To make sure I can open it, I cut the perch in half, so then I can split it so it'll still open. So instead of 2-inch one, I made 2 1-inch ones.
Yeah. Getting the wood stash out. I hear you. We finally think we have a system that we can grab the wood. Oh yeah, you could use that for the perch, the grapevine. Yeah. Strap it on a camel and bring it my way. If we don't, yeah, I might. I mean, if I don't keep this one, we probably will have a big sale in the fall. So. Oh my gosh, her husband whittled out perches from the cedar tree limbs. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I have the sawdust or whatever is sticking to me. It's humid. Is that it? Are we?
No, so we're
Okay.
gonna do one last thing what your dad did.
Okay, what'd he
He
do?
put a screw instead of a latch. He just put a screw to keep it together.
Okay, now show him what you're doing with that screw. Why are you holding it like that?
Because I'm gonna go in straight from this board to hit this other one.
So he wants to make sure that that screw is long enough, so then you can see where it's gonna end up. And you could definitely, did you put that latch away? I can show him what you were gonna do. Or what you gave me some options. There it is, I see it. So you could definitely, thanks, do a latch like this out here on the front, obviously. So then you could unlatch it and latch it when you wanna open it. But I didn't want this extra hardware on there. So my dad just put a screw through the top of it, and so then you can easily just unscrew it to open it. And then it's just kind of hidden, and then I'll just paint kind of over it. Not like cover it, but you know what I mean. What are you doing? Wait,
I'm just pre-drilling.
you're just, okay, Matt, you gotta here, hang on a second. Let's turn this, Matt. Let's show them what you're doing. Matt, you gotta teach them what you're doing. They want to see what you're doing. Can you get to it by there? Let me see if I can turn this. What are you doing?
I'm pre-drilling a small hole.
Why do you do that?
So when it goes through all the way, it won't split this top board. I don't want that top board splitting, so that's why I'm drilling pre-drilling this first board.
So did you pre-drill a little tiny one? Or is that the, okay.
I'm just pre-drilling through this board, so
Okay,
so it won't
okay.
crack it.
Yes,
Because
I thought
otherwise,
you
if
used a
you
little
did
of it.
and put it all the way through, it would split it.
And we've learned that the hard way.
Yes, we have.
We have done many projects where you put a screw in and the top board or the board's split, and so pre-drilling always helps. My dad taught us that too. Flip houses, I mean, he pre-drills a lot, sorry. So that screw is just gonna be up there on the top, kind of hidden away. Is that an impact driver?
No.
Just a drill. So if
It
you
didn't crack.
It didn't crack. So if you didn't have a miter saw to cut these, you could definitely can you get these like at Michael's or, little wood squares? You can get those probably on Amazon. Would Lowe's cut them? I know Lowe's and
I don't
Home,
know if that's small, but
they do some cutting for
or you can
you.
use anything else.
Yeah, yes, like you do. I was just thinking if they didn't have a miter saw and wanted the wood, they could definitely. I was even thinking our rulers, some of the rulers are thicker. Okay, let me move this back a little bit now. Gotta be the cameraman. So they can see. So now you get the, so I will definitely, I will paint all this. We will sand it down now. And then I will paint it all white, and then I will distress the heck out of it before we, put the Thompson water seal on it. So then it kind of, and that Thompson water seal, you guys, if you have stuff outside, I mean, these are old wood car ramps. I mean, they're not that what do I want to say, fancy or, but it, how long ago do you think we've had? I mean, we've had that birdhouse in our backyard for 15 years. I mean,
Yeah.
really, it's been, and that Thompson water seal, it just works. So definitely get some of that. Let me see. I just want to make sure if you have any questions, this is it.
Can I start sanding?
Oh, he's going to start sanding. To keep this, yeah, we'll find a spot for it in our yard. You can get those at the craft store. I think so for sure. Yeah, so when I paint it, oh yeah, I'll have him do that here in just a second. He's just sanding it now. Whoa. After I paint it and everything, I will probably just put it like a post on Instagram or something, or in a story, so you'll know where to find it. I won't probably come on live. Yeah, there is some air. It is not super tight shut. They want to know if there's any air holes so the air can go out. There's air hole like in the back. It's not super tight. Up at the top, it's not fully together. So yes, there's definitely enough air going. And most of
Plus in the perch.
Yeah, the perch, not the perch, but the hole also. All of the other birdhouses we have just have tops on them and just the hole. So this works out great. They use it. They asked if you would open it so they could see the inside. Did you already sand it all?
No.
We're not sanding the bottom.
I like to do it so I can put my weight on it.
Okay, so he's just waiting, I think, I think I got through all your questions. I love how it's like, what do I want to say? The wood is rustic, so it'll be good once it's painted. And what are you doing?
You want it opened up? I got to take the screw out.
Yeah, well you can see, I forgot, I'm like, yeah, can we just open it up? We got to take the screw out for you to open it up. I should have had you do that before, sorry, I didn't read the questions until afterwards. So there it is.
I'll sand it loose so it doesn't, the inside.
We just wanted to kind of show you how to put the whole thing together. So he can sand the inside, and then they each have their own little nesting spot, so multiple families of birds can use this little apartment. There we go. So we'll sand it. I will paint it. Probably not today. It's getting really humid. But yeah, it just, like these look like new wood, so I definitely will paint it. The yellow is not horrible, but now we've got our marks all over it, so it'll be easy to paint. Super easy to paint. Thompson water seal, and we'll be good to go. Okay, if you have any other questions, let me know. If you guys do this project, please tag me. I'd love to see it. If you guys find some wood car ramps, tag me. I'd love to see it. If you thought this video was good, helpful, share it. I'd love for you guys to share it as well. So yes, Bellinger, Carol, yes, the birds are going to love, they love the other one we have in our yard, so yes. Okay, have a great rest of your Saturday, guys, and I will post a picture once I get it fully done on stories or just on Instagram itself. So, okay, have a good day.